Chris comes to New York around this time every year. Did you come last year?
Last year I did not.
Last year you did not. I'm still getting
but
over
the year
it.
before that, you know.
Oh yeah, we finessed and finagled, as Chris always says, ever so often. So how's it feel to be back in New York?
Feels good. You know, this place is sort of like home. Because I grew up right outside of it. You know, it's a little town, Stamford.
203.
Connecticut.
203 Mafia.
So I make occasional trips to the city. So every time I come back, you know, you feel that mojo when you're around.
Swagger.
Yeah.
Well, it's unfortunate that I had to take you through the heart of Times Square to get here. So we're here at the studio, right, which is on the other side of Times Square in Hell's Kitchen. And, you know, did you like the bright lights? Did you feel like, you know, you were a superstar, that you've made it?
Well, remember, this isn't my first rodeo coming to New York.
That's true. That's true. I'll give you that much. But I feel like this is the place that, like, you come here and immediately you feel the pulse of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Brian.
You know?
There's money out here. There's money in New York.
There's money out here. It is the capital. It's the capital. You know, it's like not officially the capital of anything, but like unofficially it's the world's capital.
Unofficially.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Got
New
the
York
UN
City.
here. You got
It's a
all this
staple.
crazy shit. Yeah, dude. This is the spot.
What's up with your sports teams right now, dude? Some of them.
All right, well, look. Let's break it down. And are you a Marlins fan?
Yes.
I'm so sorry we had to do that to you with Giancarlo Stanton. I hope you know Derek Jeter's a sleeper agent, and he's working for the Yankees secretly. He's just using the Marlins as a pawn.
You guys made a big move with that.
We made a big move, dude. Giancarlo Stanton's going to be fired. But anyway, Jets are actually doing better than people thought, which is good. Right? The Yankees made some deals, made it to Game 7 versus the World Series champs.
Yeah.
I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm
that
a
was
Heat
great
fan.
for baseball.
Dude, yeah, like in the last podcast, me and Ray talked about like the state of the leagues. And the NBA and the MLB are doing so well. Right? Like MLB playoffs is awesome. The talent in the MLB is great. NBA on the come up, international superstars, big brands, like all this crazy shit. The NFL is just all negative. Right? Or not necessarily negative, it's just like you have a different storyline.
A lot of scandals, allegations, domestic violence, drugs, and gotta give these guys a break with this week thing. Like, come on now. That's ridiculous.
Let them hit the pen, dude. Let them hit the pen. It's like, and Adam Silver's thinking about doing medical marijuana.
For the NBA?
For the NBA. Yeah, I mean, it
makes
sense. It
sense.
just has to, like, you have to go through, oh my God, how much regulation do you have to go through to, like, say, as an organization will allow this, but how does that work with law? Like, you'll say you'll allow something, but, like, how do you regulate that with government? Because I don't know.
Yeah, that's a question for guys in politics. Guys who deal with that
suits.
stuff.
Guys who wear suits, who work on Park Avenue. Fucking Roger Goodell.
So, but Kelly, I gotta say thank you for coming to the city. I know you don't like to come during some of the busy tourist times and the holidays.
Yeah, I'm the worst. All right, so this is what went down. So, I never come into the city on the weekends for any reason. So, Chris, you know, I don't come down for just anybody.
I get you, dog.
And it's like, it's crazy because you have all these things going on. It's Christmas time, but the fact that we can just come here, you know, sit down, like record Snapchat right here, it's all good and it's all chill. You know, it's just about having fun, doing the things you want to do, right? You know, we Thames, you know, took him right to the studio, or took him right from, we met at Times Square, walked to the studio, got some lunch, pretty fucking good lunch. I would say. Hell's Chicken.
You always come through with this food choice when I'm in the city, I must say.
Listen, man, like, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll give myself a pat on the back too. It's you gotta make the right moves, dude. You gotta impress your guests.
Hospitality's always gotta
Hospitality, yeah. There's hospitality in New York. It's not just a southern thing, you know.
It's not just a southern
and also, it's like, what's the point of going to a place that you know sucks? It's like, take your boy to a good place. Right? You don't want to be too full, right? We were talking about umami earlier.
Yeah.
You want to get something that makes you satisfied and content. You don't want too much of being full. You don't want, you know, being still hungry afterwards. So
Absolutely.
as far as food goes, you really look for that, and New York, plenty of places to find that shit. So it was easy choice. It's right here around the corner. We got that, came back, drinking some breweries, and now we got a microphone in front of us.
Just chilling.
And it's great because it's like, oh, what do we talk about? It's like we talk about anything we fucking want to.
So that brings me to something I gotta ask. I want to know what everybody else thinks about Lavar Ball's new league he's coming with.
We were talking about this earlier. I think it's fucking awesome.
Me too. It's gonna be a big change.
Just how do they? It's one thing to say it, right? So like, and you have all these famous people who have invested in leagues, right? You have Ice Cube with the 3v3.
Mm-hmm.
You have Vince McMahon with the XFL.
Sponsorships.
Right. You have all these different leagues that have kind of, they're not necessarily mainstream like NBA, NFL, MLB, right? You have these stars who create these leagues, but they don't necessarily pan out. So it's like, how could you get that to work, pay them $10,000 a month? Like, how do you do that with sponsorships? But like, is Big Baller Brand gonna control a monopoly on the league? That's the thing.
You gotta remember though, LeVar Ball's family is doing very well financially right now. So for them to start a league is just an investment that could bring a nice ROI, return on investment. And LeVar Ball.
Oh, is that what that stands for?
Yes, sir. Some people may or not know it, so I just said it.
Sorry, I'm feeling sassy today, for some reason.
When aren't you?
Yeah, that's another thing as well, especially when I have to walk through Times Square like 2 times in one day. But yeah, dude, I think it can work. I think, you have to work out how you can pay them consistently, right? You have to work on how you can make a profit, right? Because if you're not making money with the league, it's not going to exist. So how can you do that, but also not limit yourself to business opportunities, right? So I say that because, LeVar didn't want Lonzo signing with Nike or Adidas. He wanted to do its own thing, right? So how is LeVar going to incorporate other brands? Because you can't just have Big Baller be the shoemaker, be the uniform maker, be the sponsor, right? Be like the official sponsor.
He's going to have people in the black community who are going to probably back him up with money on this.
That's true, and people want to see this too.
Exactly. There's people are going to rally together, back him up. He's going to get sponsorships. We're going to put their ads up at games.
Yep.
I could see it happen. It's a big task, but
it's the thing with him is that he's been able to present these unique business ideas. So, like, do you know anybody else who was like, "Oh, I'm going to create a junior league for the NBA"? To us, it sounds foreign. Like, what? Like, we have the G League. What are you talking about? In Europe, dude, they have, like, junior leagues for everything.
Yeah.
Like, MLB has a farm system, right? Why don't you create a junior league?
Academies.
Yeah, like academies and stuff like that. The Big Baller League could kind of serve as, like he said, an alternative to college. And make 10 stacks, which I don't know how he's...
the number was around, like, 2 to 10. Everybody's not going to hit
that's
10.
A huge fucking gap, dude.
Because it depends. It's probably going to... A lot's going to go into it. Like, how good are you?
Yeah.
Depends on how much you'll make. Like, there's going to be other things that go into it.
LeVar Ball, hit us up. We got your back. We'll help you figure things out.
You know it, LeVar. Big baller.
And I'm getting the Big Baller sweatshirt for Christmas.
You did mention that.
Yeah, it's confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. And I know it's confirmed because my mom is so funny. She'll, like, accidentally tell me what she got me for Christmas. Like, it's a secret anymore.
Classic.
Sometimes I wish that, like, Santa actually existed. How fucking trippy would that be? And speaking of which, to trippy shit, the SpaceX launch yesterday.
Elon Musk playing with his toys.
People were thinking that it was fucking aliens, like, making contact, but I saw it on Today's Loop, and as everybody knows, Chris Thames, Today's Loop, and I was
just asking, what is it?
Yeah, like, what is it? It's like, and it's funny because everybody was asking that at that time, right? And I had to go on Twitter and be like, all right, what's good? And then I saw, like, oh, Today's Loop reports, fucking Elon Musk is up to some shit.
That boy's got some dangerous toys.
Got some dangerous toys. And it's the way that how it happened was they were doing the launch and the sunset was hitting it, so it looked really trippy, the colors and stuff. I probably would have lost my shit. Would have been like, oh, it's happening.
It's happening.
I've been waiting for this day. Just end it. End it now, please. Just do it. Imagine, like, that actually was the case where aliens came down, like, they were actually And what I first thought when I saw it was like, you had that thing in the middle, right? And then you had like the lights around it. I thought the jets were like pointing at the thing when I first saw the video. But then it was like, oh, it's a, whatchamacallit, Elon.
Elon, man. But
What is Prism Podcast and Today's Loop have to do to be on the same level as Elon Musk, where he literally just like, all right, I feel like fucking making spaceships. Let's make some spaceships. These guys, like, what they do is they sell these businesses, right? Then they actually put it towards passions. So it's like build the empire of something, then put it towards something else. You know?
yeah, there's a lot of money to be made. A lot of buyouts. They happen all the time. They could change people's lives.
They can.
Big time.
It's like fucking Bitcoin. It's like you invest in 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're up like 30K, depending on how much you invest.
Well, what's today? Today's the 23rd. As of right now, I heard that the cryptocurrency, some of them dipped a little bit.
It did.
During the holiday season.
It did.
And I want people to know, if don't spend money on something stupid and feel obligated to drop your last dime from your check, because you gotta remember, bills are gonna be due at the end of the month still. So
It's down.
how much is it down?
So earlier this month it was 19,000 for one Bitcoin. Now it's down to 15 or 16,000. That's crazy, dude.
Shit can happen.
Earlier this year, it was fucking $800, and now it's at $16,000. How the fuck does that even happen, dude?
They got lit.
I was watching this documentary on Bitcoins the other day, because it's so cool, the concept, right? But it's weird because like it's just like some guys that made it, right? This guy who was like an alias, I forgot his name, was like the head of it. Then he just passed it off to other people, and no one's ever heard of him again. It's weird having a currency that doesn't rely on a particular government or a certain entity.
That is
decentralized.
Crazy.
Like you could be in fucking, Thailand, and it's like, oh shit, like you want me to give you some money? Bam, like here you go. Decentralized.
Do you know the name of the guy who started Bitcoin? I actually don't.
It's
And I want to know who that guy is.
I'll tell you. It's this fucking guy that's an alias, or not an alias, but nobody really knows who he is exactly. So it's
Oh Lord.
yeah, Satoshi Nakamoto.
Wow, Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah, so this guy, nobody really knows about. He never really confirmed his identity.
But he's got the most famous thing.
So he was the first person to create the a blockchain database, right? So you can't necessarily track where it comes from, right? It's just decentralized, right? Mm-hmm. And originally, what the issue with Bitcoin was, it was used for like the Silk Road and stuff. You know what Silk Road is?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like that was an issue, and I was reading about it, and the federal government doesn't really know how to regulate it, but they've deemed it a currency. Like certain court cases have given it the ruling of that it's a currency. It's crazy shit.
Dope shit. The life's gonna get crazier soon, bro. They got robots out there in Europe already, and robots are coming to America very soon. It's gonna be crazy.
What are they gonna fucking do, man?
They're having robots like as sex toys now, and robots that are working and taking jobs in certain countries. They're developing them even more to try and have emotion. It's crazy shit. Like I saw movies. I can't remember the names of it, but movies sometimes where like you would see robots in the future doing shit. And sometimes they say like certain things in movies depict what's gonna happen in the future. Just little things, not too much.
Well, it's totally true.
You know? And
yeah.
See, everyone better be on their Hunger Games shit very soon.
Yeah, singularity, dude. You know what singularity is? When like technology surpasses human intelligence.
Oh my god.
So
that could be dangerous.
The thing with technology is that it expands exponentially. So say technology is at like 2 this year, right? which is like, say technology's at 2, right? Next year it'll be at 4, right? The next year it will be at like 8 or 16, then like so on and so forth. It'll grow exponentially. I don't know the actual number. But anyway, it's going to get to a point where it's growing so much, right? So each year will be like this much, the next year will be like this much, and this much. It doubles every year. And it's going to get to a point where technology and artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence. And 2 things are going to happen. It's either going to be really beneficial for humankind or the end of humankind. Because it's like, damn, we're smarter than these fucking humans. Like, they're killing the environment. They have, like, emotions and stuff. Like, we don't need any of this shit. And then that's singularity. Or it could be, like, a tremendous benefit to humankind. And we become the technology.
We'll see what happens, right?
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
I'm here for the ride.
I'm here for the ride, too. And hopefully, we live to see some shit.
We live to build some shit. As everyone should do in this life.
Up top.
You gotta make shit out here, man.
You do. Even something like this, where we're just fucking recording something. Right?
Factory.
Producing. The factory. That's not a... Get that on a t-shirt. Capital F-A-C-T, lowercase O-R-Y.
You're right.
All right.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
All right, well... yeah, we'll talk off the air. All right, well, I think it's a good place to leave it. Well, we really just wanted to, make something real quick, little shit like this, and Thames, we're gonna get into some shit probably tonight, or wherever that may be.
Wherever it may be, I'm down for it.
We'll see what happens. Let's ride.
We got some people, some contacts.
We got boots on the ground. All right, people.
Shout out to Bobby Hart. I'm in your city.
Bobby Hart.
Stay on your grind.
Big booty Bobby. Better watch the depth chart, boy.
Go Knowles.
Go Knowles. All right, everybody.
Have a good
Christmas.
night.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Happy Festivus. Goodbye.